in the city. Keep that doggy in a 360 deal pulling. What's that? Mind your business. Sports Center, Rodeo put a kill it. Before I ate, I need a closet like a clothing store. I need a cash register. You need help with something? Pump the gas or something. Order 2K1s on that, put confetti on. Catching.
Coming up next, the Heat taking on the Pelicans. For the Heat, they've stumbled here at the midway point of the season, looking to get back on the right track tonight. Pelicans Heat is next, right after this. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out. Now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Look at New Orleans. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And I think for New Orleans, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
Well, on paper, they certainly look dominant coming in, and that's exactly what we've seen on the floor. No one is going to want to face this team in the postseason.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got Yves Nisi. Sadiq Bey is out there with Williamson. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And for the Heat, Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. So tonight, Tim, we got a fantastic matchup at the guard position. Indeed, some of the best in the league going head-to-head.
Yeah, this is the very top of the food chain when it comes to guard play in this league. Really no weaknesses out there for either backcourt.
Now here's Bey, following the miss by Bam Adebayo.
Showing the range. How about Bey taking and making his fair share of those triples?
Adebayo with a screen on Murray. Adebayo with the elbow. And Adebayo throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
And the rare 3 from Williamson. What a confidence booster that could be.
Now, Hero guarded closer.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. New Orleans has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A terrific addition. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Mitchell against Murray. And a wide-open look for Hero. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
3-pointer. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Miami. Pierce, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's Hero. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. We talked about the problems that Zion Williamson can give a team inside. And Coach said it's not about the shots that Zion makes, it's about the shots his teammates miss. We have to make sure that we body up Zion and not let him convert misses into makes. Might be hard finding volunteers willing to body up Zion. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Jay, off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. So, Greg, talking about Jeremiah Fears for a second here. Both he and his brother, Jeremy Jr., play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure he'd attest he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
Yaka Jonas is checked in for the Heat. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Jaquez. Last time out, he had 13 points. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, Adebayo is always a threat to dunk it. He's light on his feet and extremely explosive.
Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 9.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Jaquez outside. And Fears pulls it down. Pelicans leading by 13. Murray finds Misi. There's Williamson with the 3. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Yaka Jonas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Murray for 3. Good on the triple. Murray's got 6.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Hero from long range. And Fears has it in the corner. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. The Pelicans on top, opening up a huge gap. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New Orleans.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
They've got Norman Powell. Khalil Ware is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. And it's Yaka Jonas in at the point. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Here's Yaka Jonas. And the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. And Poole gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Poole against Powell. Wiggins sets a screen for Powell. No good from outside. And here's New Orleans now, fresh from a win against Portland.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
They move the ball well, and let's face it, they've got plenty of pure shooters on that roster.
Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love two big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
Mitchell checked in for Jokic Jonas. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Dave's checked in. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Queen. Good on the three-point shot. Queen's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number one in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Back to you, Kevin.
Good priority. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Now, here's Wiggins. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. From past the arc, and the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And Jeremiah Fears gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Khalil Ware. And it's Tyler Hero in for Fontecchio. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Mitchell, and he banks in the layup. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Queen, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Mitchell dishes to Powell. Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. Over Jordan. That one wide left. The Pelicans have gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
And honestly, this is kind of what we expected. They ran up against a team with a very talented roster, and they just got overwhelmed.
And it's the Heat with the ball, and the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, this was once an area of weakness for Wiggins, but he has proven to be a steady three-point shooter for a few years now.
A nice shot by Fears.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
The drive by Mitchell. Wiggins inside the line. And Fears pulls it down. Pass to Bay. Lets the 3 fly, and another 3 for New Orleans.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Wiggins outside. Lets it go with the three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, both teams struggled to be competitive overall last year, but at least their season series was.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Knocks down the three ball. He's got 15.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Six seconds left now here in the second. And a deep three from Hero. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Saddiq Bey, he's been the guy making things happen for the Pelicans. Why even bring it inside when you got him on the perimeter? After that quarter, his three-point total stands at 6. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the Players of the Month. For the East, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected #1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Tremendous talent. Go, Cade.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Pelicans.
They're breaking at every opportunity, which we are seeing across the league, Shaq.
Yeah, once the defense is set in half court, it's tougher to score.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Saddiq Bey, what a contribution.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And so it's New Orleans with it. So the Pelican 5 right now. We've got Williamson. Murray out there with Trey Murphy. Then it's Yves Missi. And it's Bey in at the 3. And that one's good, Williamson.
And now defensively against Zion, I guess you're going to have to at least think about guarding him out there.
Right side, Adebayo. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, no one would call Murray a lethal three-point shooter, but he does just enough to keep you honest defensively.
And here is Mitchell. After DeJounte Murray was able to get the triple. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Bey finds Williamson. New Orleans moving it around. And another 3 for New Orleans. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handles.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely.
You can't play much better than this. That's 4 straight to start the half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Adebayo. Lee pass was put in just the right spot. Adebayo's got 10.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, Hero hasn't made one yet. Launches it. Pelicans with the rebound.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
Drills the three-pointer.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Left side, Hero. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Here's Mitchell. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. That's 7 points for Davion Mitchell. The Pelicans have gone as spotless, 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
And that one is hammered home.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Mitchell against Murray. Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, he's been aggressive from the start, and as a result, it's all come together tonight for Bam offensively.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
Here's Adebayo, and the Pelicans pick up 3 with their last shot. 56 seconds left in the third. For 3, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's got 12. 6 to shoot. Baseline jumper. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Drops in the tray. He has 29.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Hero from long range. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's New Orleans, able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
What a find. These are the kind of plays we've come to expect from him.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fontecchio is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Jonas. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Adebayo in at the center. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
Here's McGowan. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And here's Poole for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Jordan Poole does not lack confidence. You see him right there with the stop and pop.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Fontecchio. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. There's a screen. Kept alive. Here's Jordan. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And the free throw, no good. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
Miami with the ball, and the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. Wiggins surveying the floor. Tries to keep it alive. Offensive rebound, Heat. Mitchell passes to Adebayo to stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Beers has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Now here's Wiggins, right wing. Mitchell outside. Just 5 to shoot. The 10-footer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Queens got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 3 from Poole. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Now here's Wiggins. Fires from 14. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trey Murphy.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
Miami no good on that time either. And so Poole will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Drains the three-pointer.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
Hero from long range. Matkovic with the rebound.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3-ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And another 3 for New Orleans.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Outside, Adebayo. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Pelicans pull it in. The 3 from Poole. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that Trey has been deadly.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Trey Murphy.